Wow, I can't believe it's actually happened. Okay, so it's about mid afternoon. I'm daydreaming about how great the Revs are going to be this season. I'm just asking myself, what day would be Gustavo Bo Appreciation Day if we had one? Matt Turner Appreciation Day, just just little goofy things like that. While my phone is charging, and then I get a notification on my phone from the NFL app. I take a look at it. First words I see: Patriots release Julian Edelman. I get pissed because I'm thinking Belichick just cut him like he does with somebody every year. So I go out onto Twitter. I'm pissed, saying, "How can you let this happen again? How can you release one of our best receiver?" And then I'm just thinking, last year we lost Brady, our face of the franchise, so Edelman became the new face. Who's going to be the new face now? Is it Cam? Is it going to be a rookie quarterback? And then I'm just getting annoyed, thinking he's probably on the phone with Brady, saying, "Hey, you got any room for another receiver?" And then he sends out a tweet. I watch it. I figure he's just saying, "Thank you, Foxborough. Thank you, Patriots, for everything. It's time for me to move on." But instead, he announced his retirement. I mean, it does kind of make sense that he chose to retire now. I mean, he's been dealing with knee and back injuries for the last several years, especially since that one preseason game in 2017 where he blew out his ACL, or no, sorry, he tore his ACL, and he just hasn't really been the same since. Aside from a good 2018 performance, but still. Plus, he was getting double covered when he was healthy. I mean, he played through all of 2019 with a knee injury that was bothering him, and he only played 6 games in 2020, and only really one of those games was a great performance. I mean, I'm not knocking the guy. He's my third favorite all-time Patriot. It goes Tom Brady, Rob Gronkowski, and Julian Edelman. But to be fair, I started watching sports in 2014, so I never got to see Randy Moss or Wes Welker, or Teddy Bruschi, or Rodney Harrison, who probably would have been up there otherwise. But still, he's my third favorite player ever, which is why I'm glad he didn't go to Tampa, seeing that my first two favorites went there last year. Edelman would have made it hurt even more. But seriously, in all seriousness, I mean, I loved Edelman. I still love Edelman. But it does make sense that he retired. And I am still pretty sad about it. I mean, he's a definite Patriots Hall of Fame player. And I will argue for the rest of time that he deserves to be in the NFL Hall of Fame. Just like Rodney Harrison and Troy Brown. They need to be in there too. Actually, let's just send that entire early to mid 2000s Patriots defense to the Hall of Fame, as well as some of Brady's favorite targets from that era too. But still, this is about Edelman. What are some of my favorite Edelman moments? Well, let's see here. There was that touchdown pass to Danny Amendola in the divisional round uh, in the 2014 season playoffs. I always get confused with that because it was actually in 2015, but it was for the 2014 season. So so if it's playoffs, I'm just gonna go by the season in which the playoffs were for. But seriously, that was one of my favorite Edelman moments. Uh, really, anytime he threw the ball was pretty awesome to see. Uh, or how about in Super Bowl 40? Yeah, Super Bowl 49, when he just got clocked, knocked to the ground, and then got right back up and kept running. I mean, he was rolled down, but still, that determination right there. Or how about in Week 16, 2018 season against Buffalo when he when he got tackled by two guys but didn't actually touch the ground. He just rolled over on top of them and just ran into the end zone like it was no big deal. but but really, my favorite moments, one of which, well, both of them in Super Bowl 51. The first one I'll mention before I go to my all-time favorite Edelman moment was after the game, where he was just telling everybody to get off the field because it's not over. Yeah, anyone who's seen that clip would know that after the play, he's celebrating. Brady comes up to him and says they still have to review it. And then Edelman's just yelling at the press like, Get the F off the field! Get off! It's not over! Until Belichick comes along to say, Jules, it's over. We won. It's okay now. And then he just immediately hugs him. That's one of my favorite moments just because I was waiting for the review myself. Like, I would not accept that we won for about a minute or two because I was waiting for a review. Because even still looking at that play, I mean, I'll argue James White was in, but to be fair, it was very close. But definitely my all-time favorite Edelman moment. Aside from all his YouTube videos, I'm subscribed to his channel. I love all his videos. But no, my favorite Edelman moment, of course, it's the catch. It's why I'm wearing this shirt and not Super Bowl 53 like I almost did, where he was MVP. I mean, let's talk about that play for a second. Brady throws it somewhat deep down the field. I forget how many yards it went for, but still. And he's got, what, two guys on him? Three, technically? Yeah, three guys on him. He grabs it. They all fall straight to the ground. He catches it. Actually gets kicked in the face, which is why he dropped it the first time. Why am I saying the first time? Well, which is why he dropped it initially. And for anyone else getting kicked in the face like that, and then letting go of the ball, that's probably going to be an incomplete pass. Or dropped pass. But nope, he just scoops it right back up. And I remember thinking to myself, like, I saw it, I wasn't so sure it was a catch at first, but I was just hoping that the replay would prove me wrong. And it did. As soon as I saw the replay and I saw there was physical space between the ball and the ground, I was just like, that's a catch. They better rule that a catch. Sorry. That was about to... And if it weren't for that play, who knows what would have happened. We may not have won the Super Bowl. this Super Bowl, we may not have completed the greatest comeback of all time. It would have ended up just like 2007, possibly, if it weren't for that catch. And that's why it's one of my all-time favorite Edelman moments. I mean, it is my all-time favorite Edelman moment. And can we just talk about that announcement video for a second? I mean, firstly, can you think of any other player in the league, or just ever, in any sport, who would put that much production into announcing their retirement? I mean, wow. He just goes and he sits in a chair. Camera spins around while you're listening to old commentary at some of his best moments. And there he is, staring at all 6 Super Bowl banners. And I just remember thinking to myself, wow. If it weren't for him, we may not have had 3 of those. Half of those. Because of that game-winning touchdown catch in Super Bowl 49, the catch in Super Bowl 51, and then of course he was Super Bowl 53 MVP. He helped get the offense going throughout the game. Sure, there was no offense on the scoreboard, but he's a big reason why the offense was able to at least march down the field so much. And you can just tell he's taking it all in. Just looking at the field, just looking back at some of his favorite memories at Gillette Stadium. You can tell that this is truly a man who's sad to leave, but happy that he at least had the opportunity in the first place. You know, you can tell that this is a man who loved his job so much and is so sad to have to leave. I mean, talking about how he said that he wasn't going to stop until the wheels fell off, and they finally fell off. Wow. I mean, that was a powerful message. I mean, most guys will either just post a letter on social media or make a small video. Man, Edelman, he put in a whole work of production. And then at the end, when he's walking away, I was fully expecting him to just kind of walk off into the distance. But no, he just stops, looks around, and then he had to frickin' quote Star Trek. I never knew he was a Star Trek fan. Personally, I don't watch it, but I at least know Live Long and Prosper and Beam Me Up, Scotty. And he ended it by saying, beam me up, and then he actually got beamed up. Anyone who knows me, which is most of my viewers, this is going to come as no surprise, but honestly, I've always been pretty jealous of Julian Edelman. Because, well, Tom Brady's a personal hero of mine. I've talked about that a little bit before. And just watching that bromance between Edelman and Brady. I mean, I'd see those mic'd up moments of them on the bench together. Just broing out, just having a great time. And I'd just be thinking, damn, I wish that were me. Just getting to be best friends with Tom Brady. Getting to be one of his favorite passing targets. Yeah, so in case you're watching Julian Edelman, which I doubt, but in case you are, I've always been jealous of you for being Brady's best friend. Living my dream. One of my dreams. Anyway. But still, you'll always be one of my all-time favorite Patriots players, no matter who we see next. We could have more all-pro players, more all-time greats, but you never really forget those guys who you saw when you first started watching, which again for me was 2014, back when Brady, Gronk, and Edelman were running the show on offense. Which is why those three are going to be my three all-time favorite players for a long time, if not the rest of my life. Yeah. But anyway, thank you so much for the memories, Julian Edelman. You for 12 years, you put in your heart and soul, everything you had and more, into this team. Even though you came out as a 7th round draft pick, you sure as hell didn't play like one. You played like a club legend. And I mean, yeah, you'll always be one of my favorites. And I'm definitely gonna miss having you around. It feels like I'm losing a part of my childhood. I already had to say goodbye to Brady. Well, I already had to say goodbye to Gronk 2 years ago. And I did that whole Spike tribute video. I had to say goodbye to my own personal hero last year, and then learn that Gronk was unretiring just to go join him. And now for the 3rd straight year, I'm having to say goodbye to one of my top 3 Patriots players. I mean, it's really sad. I mean, we've lost one of the best players we've ever had. And now, it's like this team is not at all what it was when I first started watching. Like personnel-wise. I mean, I think the only big player on that offense that we still have is James White. David Andrews too, but I mean, the offensive linemen are always kind of those unsung heroes, especially as individuals. Still, thank you so much for the memories, Julian Edelman. And no matter what you decide to do next, I wish you the very best. And please do not go to Tampa. Please, you were tired as a Patriot, so please just enjoy your retirement and don't go to leave Tampa. I don't think my heart can handle that again. So please, but seriously, in all seriousness, enjoy your retirement. Spend some time with your kid or kids. I think he only has one right now anyway, but still, just enjoy your retirement, spend some time with your family, and just enjoy the rest of your life now that your playing days are done. Just enjoy your life, and just know that you'll always be treasured here You'll always be a Patriots legend. We'll always love you no matter what. And just live the best life you can. You've earned it. We had Edelman, Incrediman. He scored touchdowns on his regimen. He never quit. He had that grit. His beard game lit. The Pats benefit. Defenses met their maker because he chose them like a slayer. He won an MVP and left the defenses in a crater.